Clive Martin, I'm the director of Clinks. Clinks is a body that represents the interests of the voluntary and community sector who work with offenders and their families. Payment by results has the potential to improve services for delivery, especially where it brings together organisations to collaborate to achieve an ultimate reduction in reoffending. So if it's done properly, if it's properly structured, and if it gets people to really think about what the current offer is and how improvements can be made and to reward those improvements, then potentially it could be great. Well, we know from the evidence that to stop reoffending isn't an overnight occurrence. It's people make a decision to stop offending, and then a number of things happen to them that finally result in them stopping offending. So they get onto courses, they enter into relationships, they make contact with their families, they get stable accommodation, they change their drug-taking habits. It could be one or a combination of those. So it's a long process, really, that involves a number of different players and actors. And only paying an organisation at the very end of what could be a couple of years of work is a real challenge. So the right incentives would be to pay people at points along the journey. So when you get someone into a job, when you get someone registered with a GP, when you get them into a addictions clinic or something like that, one of the intermediate stages. My hope really is that it transforms service delivery rather than just tries to reduce the cost of everything. Rather than it being a race to the bottom in terms of price, it's a transformational element, if you like. And we certainly see in the pilot in Peterborough Prison that still focuses on a group of offenders who have served less than 12 months, who normally would come out of prison with no assistance or supervision, that what's being offered by PBR is a new service that provides innovative ways of supporting people on short sentences when they come out of prison. So it's a creative and innovative way of helping people rebuild their lives, and its fundamental function is about innovation and new service delivery. And I think that would be what would be our real hope for PBR. Yes, the concerns are that it's rushed. It's being introduced into a sector without much consultation. In all honesty, there have been pockets of consultation, but with not much consultation. And it's being introduced at a time when the sector itself is most financially vulnerable. So it's a financial mechanism that would be challenging even in good times, and it's being introduced at times which are already financially challenged, and also when we have voluntary sector organisations reporting a huge increase in demand because statutory services are contracting, and voluntary organisations having to do other things like reorganise themselves, work with the state when the state is reducing its number of staff it has. So the real disadvantage at the moment is that it's rushed. It focuses too much on the wrong aspects of PBR, and it's doesn't take the sector along with it, and the sector sees it as something which is imposed at an inappropriate time, really. I think it will become a popular way, but personally I can't see how it will be the main way. So our experience at the moment is organisations who are succeeding within the PBR model, and it's far too early to say whether that success will be long-term or not. But those that are succeeding where they are able to limit the amount of their turnover that is exposed to payment by results mechanisms to a percentage of their overall turnover. So if we can maintain that, that will be good. If we rush to something where in 3 years' time you've got all contracts being offered on PBR, I think that would be a real mistake, because organisations simply do not have the cash turnover, the reserves, and not only do they not have them, they're not really available in the financial markets. So I hope it's not a common way of commissioning, but it's a way which is proving its success and is becoming more widespread in 3 years' time.